Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, I am back. I am back. Let me see. Hello, I hope we all doing good. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hmm. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. I can see that now. Ooh, that makes a lot of, you know, a lot of difference. Yeah. Okay. Talking and looking on the phone, looking on the computer and looking on the phone. That's I don't know how I could have just managed it too. So I can see you, Miss Phil. How are you doing? Long time, Miss Phil. How are you doing? How is Mama doing? How are you? So you're sorry about that, please. Like I was saying, I tried to log in at our time, but for some reasons, Restream, they wanted to verify me. They have to do verification. So and they disabled both YouTube everywhere, so they have to verify, those. So I guess because I haven't been live, it's a studio, it's not regular Facebook. Right now we are on 4 channels. We are playing on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Chris Luchy page and Chris Luchy charity. So we are playing on those 4 places. So I guess for our safety, I guess, they logged me out and needed me to do verification. So I had to do that. But sorry about the wait. And then when I came, I wasn't able to see I wasn't able to see your comments and all that. It happens. Like we always say, life happens. But that is by the way. How are you all doing? I miss you all so much. I didn't plan to come live, but I was like waiting till Friday again. A lot of people are already asking if I'm okay, even though they hear my voice, even though they see posts, so, but I'm like, I'm good. I needed some rest. I needed some rest. I'm live. I can't just, come live, still get prepared, coming live, dealing with, it's not just something I plug in and just come to do, I have to stay coordinated, both intellect. I have to be, so I needed some rest, I needed some rest. And then to attend to a couple of things, okay? So, but I believe, I feel much better. Okay. I just wanted to have my whole day off, attempt to stop, break is over. However, I found it, needful to still come up today, to let you all know that yes, I am doing good. And at the same time, to use this opportunity to address something that can be beneficial to us. Okay. So meanwhile, Miss Mary, how are you doing? Miss Ikolu, how are you doing? You all gave it to me bomber to bomber yesterday. That was really hot seat indeed. It was such that was, but I love it. I love it. Clarity is always good. And I always ask people and tell people, ask questions. Most often, if you don't ask questions, you don't get an answer. You don't get answers. But when you ask questions, you get answers for your questions. So it's an honor for such a privilege, for such an opportunity. It's important. So yeah. So it was a night time, and I love it that I just thought it was gonna be an hour, but it was like an hour 30 minutes. I was like, wow. But then, I'm okay. I'm okay anytime. Okay, it's not something we do often, so it was a night time with you all. Okay, Miss Hannah, how are you? How are you doing, Miss Hannah? You were late yesterday. You missed out yesterday. You came and was asking us to hold on so that you will go for your questions. Maybe on the day we will go to heaven, it will happen. Some of us we go to get their pen and paper. So we go to get their questions. Heaven will close. Anyways, Miss Anna, how are you doing? How is our genius baby? How is everything? Miss Chinenye, Miss Chinenye is causing commotion on our program. I don't know if she really set her alarm a few minutes to 5. As soon as that post drops, there comes her. I'm like, are you for real? Is it not the same notification we all get? But anyways, bravo. Well done, ma'am. We appreciate you. Okay. Uh who am I saying? Is that my queen right there? That's my boss lady. Is that Miss Abigail? Really? I see my lady. I sight you. I sight you. How are you? Congratulations. I saw you. That was, I think, like 3 weeks ago. I saw that Facebook gave you blue tick. I said, well deserved. That's the orator right there. Well done. How are you doing? How is the baby, the family, everything? Welcome. Okay. Sorry, I didn't plan to do this, but I haven't been, live for the past two. Like I missed live 2 times. I'm like, let me just come and let you all know nothing. But I just needed to, get some time off for myself. Okay. So, but anyways, how is everyone doing? I see you all. I see you all. I see you all. I see you. I'm going down. Miss Purity, how are you doing? Lagos, Lagos, Lagos. You all are awesome. Thank you all for all you do. Thank you. Mr. Michael Jackson. The first time I saw that, the first time I saw it, I said, oh my gosh, Michael Jackson on our page. Wow. All the way from heaven or elsewhere. I don't know. But anyways. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the community. We appreciate you. Ha, Miss Stella, Enugu, Enugu. Wow. Miss Uju Stella, bravo. Bravo. Enugu chapter, ChrisLuchy Initiative Community, Enugu. Wow. Bravo, bravo, bravo. You all got out there yesterday and really did an incredible job. Una shock us. So wow. I see all the cookings, My dear sister, I will use, because God's word, he said we should challenge him with his words, So therefore, Miss Uju Stella, I can't remember where that verse is found, but however, I will still use that word or that statement that onye na-akọ n'ugbo Chukwu ka ọ na-akọ n'ugbo ya, when you are busy, okay, cultivating, busy in God's vineyard, I tell you, he got your own vineyard. That is God. And again, one thing I love this God is, God is not Chukwu abụrọ mmadụ. God is not human. So nobody stops his limits. God, blessings of the Lord has no limits. No man or woman can even question it. Nobody can even, it's the best that can happen to any person. If we happens to tap that blessings of the Lord, is the generational blessings. And Miss Uju blessing, and Miss Uju Stella, I release that word of God upon you and all that concerns you. As you were out there with Mr. Ben, Mr. Ben, Mr. Ben, heaven bless you. May the universe honor you. May heaven attend to your own needs. As you all were busy attending to the needs of the disadvantaged, all that concerns you will concerns the Lord, So may the Lord reward you all, okay, in abundance. Okay, may the Lord be busy in you all vineyard as well. Okay, whatever that takes your mate, may that not come near to you. Okay, whatever that will cause anything that do not please God, whatever that does not please God, may that not come near to you all. May his mark of ownership identify you all in any situation, in anywhere. Let that mark of ownership continue and always speak volume on you all behalf. Okay, what you all do is the work of God, and God will do your work to his glory. Okay, thank you, Enugu. You all did marvelous well. Thank you all. Miss Chinenye Akponi, see, how are you doing? It's been a while, man. Where have you been? Though I do see your comments, recently, but for live program, it's been a while. I hope you're doing good. We are trusting God you're doing good, okay? So Abuja hit the ground yesterday as well. Abuja, Miss Sparkling, she led Abuja, Miss Gloria. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Abuja came in grand style. Did you all see that? They even did they even used this music. If you know how many times I played that music, you will be like, I played that program. I played it, and I have to edit and get myself to actually remind. You know what they say, you assurance. When you are sure, you have to reassure, right? As God reassuring us to be still and know that He is God, okay? Reassuring us that He will take care of all that, He will take care of all that concerns us, that He will fight, our battles and all that, okay? So what I did there, where I have that, is reminding God, reassuring God, and to man as well, that Ozioma Chukwu Kam Naga, all the way here, and the work of God is happening in Enugu State. All the way here, and the work of God is happening in Abuja, all the way here, the work of God took place in Anambra State. All the way here, December 3rd, Lagos State is hitting ground, in fact, in the streets of Lagos, So, I mean, I didn't know how well or how best to demonstrate it, rather than to give that assurance of God that say, go, I will equip you, rather than to give that assurance that I will serve this God, is the only confidence I have. This God is my confidence. He is the God that cannot fail. He is the God that will preserve my health and your health. He is the Lord that will preserve all that whatever, as long as we are connected to that, During COVID, there was one thing that gave me peace. What gave me peace was what happened during the old, in the ancient days, when what's that city? What is the name of that city? Pharaoh, Pharaoh, when God, went around and was getting on the way, the first sons of of every person in that community and all of that city, okay? And for the people of God, he says what? Put the mark. He needs you to put the mark, okay? That's the sign of cross. He says what? When I get there, I will pass over it. Like nothing in that household will be touched. Like everything in that household will be protected. It was the faith I took during COVID, because COVID, it happens there and happen anywhere. But if you all know what happened here in the United States during COVID, sometimes we forget, but it's good to reflect, because when you reflect, it gives you more hope, and it tells you a lot. There will be a time everything can fail you, completely everything can fail, but there is this one person, there is this one being or one thing that cannot fail, and that is God. So on a good day, why do you think you have to deviate from it? Is the source of everything. No wonder Mbaka, one of his old songs then, say, run into him for protection and maximum security. There are securities, but there is maximum security, fortification, with faith, and plus your hands must be clean. Because when we are talking of all these things, when God gives, some stuff, he always gives, there are these criteria. Because he cannot be thinking of evil for another person or wishing another person bad or not doing. God says, failing to do what we are supposed to do, you wrong him. So these are part of the reason why we should be intentional to allow God to fulfill his own or perfect his own part. So that was what I used then. I went on my door and I anointed my door. I said, as long as this COVID, what people were panicking. No, I have to fortify my own, territory by God's word, because he says, instead of his word, not fulfilling that, heaven and earth will come, we pass away. So I quoted him. I said, as I'm putting this sign, that no household, okay, will be missed, that this home will be fortified by his divine powers, that this home will be preserved, because you said your people should put that sign of the cross, that when you see that you will pass over. So when that spirit of COVID and when that whatever they put up, whatever that is going on, we see my household and pass by, and the Father fulfill that word. I don't know, I'm sharing my connection, my spiritual connection with you all then. And it made me to be still and know that he was God. That I didn't panic. We just figured a way to go out, get some exercise, go out, get all of those things, So these are part of the things we have to always pay attention to. Play yours and allow the rest, for God. So I use that, and sometimes use some of God's words, to do what? To challenge God. His word is yes and amen, or not on a complication, or not on a complexity, simplicity. That is God, So as you all are there doing this divine call, and this is the only thing that makes one relevant. I'm telling you all, humanity, service to humanity is the only thing that can make you, no matter your money, no matter your position and all of those, but you have not connected. That is what they say, between humanity and divinity. You've not connected, to the service of humanity. To service of humanity, and with every honesty, please, you haven't started living, regardless of your position. Just take a look. Even people that did it, just to check their surroundings, check their generation, check things they are connected with. But when you do this, sometimes those people you see may just have, maybe just capable of their square meals, 3 square meals, and maybe a little extra. But see how every other thing flourished there, like that river, that's a tree planted by the riverside. This life. Do the work of God. I don't know of any person, and the why doing it, leave manipulation, leave self-centered, leave selfishness, because nobody can play God. And I quote again, Ozioma Chukwu kam gaga. Ozioma Chukwu kam gaga. Ozi chimu zirimu, obu ya kam naga. Be you man, be you woman, be you anybody. Don't block this way. Don't block this journey. Don't block this vision. Don't be on the way of this vision. Don't. This is a divinely vision. Ozioma Chukwu kam naga. Ozioma Chukwu kam naga. Ozi chimu zirimu, obu ya kam naga. Ozi nam zirimu kam naga. The world is so busy with many excesses, unnecessary excesses. Agai marap ife Chineke moto sorry ife di. I cannot live light. I cannot live this service to humanity and divinity to embrace nothing else. It's what makes one relevant. Your position, your location, and all of those. No, this is what makes you relevant. And this is what will bless and pave way for your generation. I'm not interested who is on the way. I don't look at who thinks maybe with or without them that this will not work. I am not interested on those that call themselves celebrities and all of those trying to change the narrative with every negativities. No, original remains original. Original. When you buy necklace and that necklace is gold, remember necklace of 30 years ago, over 30, bring it is the same. Original do not fade away. Original does not mess with being invoked. Anything that is invoked, we unvoke. The way it comes invoked, the way it will exit. So we have to be careful with all this. Stay with the light. You will barely struggle. But most often we try to play. We try to play with divinity. We cannot. The work of God is a spirit. No matter how we call God cannot come from heaven. He can only use you and the I. However, if you make yourself available, he's going to equip you. And that we quote our Baristuju here that says what? He doesn't choose most qualified. Most qualified. Who he chooses, he qualifies. You know? I'm no wonder, knowing that I'm not all that, all this media, whatever. But he said, go, I will equip you. The places I have weakness, just like coming here and I will telling people, share, I'm not used to that. I am not used to a couple of things. But guess what? God puts people that are doing it in the community, and we do more. Whatever you have that is greater than this master, keep it to yourself. I have no interest. Don't even share with me. Like my ears shall not behold. I don't even want to hear, not to talk of, discussing it. Whatever you have and you feel is more than this God, take it. Keep it to yourself. Yesterday, someone asked me a question and said, how do I see people that don't fear God? I was like, are you for real? And then I asked him, do you mean people that are non-Christians? Because that's understandable. If someone is non-Christian, I could, address that. But not fearing God. How can you not be afraid of your maker? Like your maker, like your breath. How can you not fear him? So I was like, well, I respect the person. Is a choice because God created us and gave us choices, right? So in my response, I said, well, I respect the person for who the person is, but that ends it. That's it. I got no business with you. I have nothing. You don't fear your maker. Like you don't fear your maker. Because let's just leave God. When we say God, you could, but who made you? You don't fear the person. And then someone is asking me, how do I see the person? What do you expect me to answer you? I respect you for who you are, but it ends there. I can't connect. I can't deal. Just there. Just stay there. Whatever God you feel, that's okay. Whatever God you feel, okay. But not fearing your maker. At least let me use that word. It's a general word. Your maker is an error. Error 101. So I respect you for who you are. But when it comes to dealing with you, you will not fear your maker. And you could go fear. And you not go fail. I go run. I go run. Okay? Anyways, let me touch up on this, okay, before we call it a day. So, Abuja, bravo. I can't thank you. Like I said, when you are doing things, I'm waiting for my thanks. Please, the earlier you start changing that mindset, the better. Any thank you I will give to you. I'm a human, okay? My thank you may not get up there, okay? If I do that, accept it. If I don't do that, wait for the vine. You all will come in inbox to do appreciation. I said, no, don't come and do it personal. Express it out there. Do that out there. That's a good enough, so that nobody takes glory of God, Give it to at least that person that gave you breath to even function like that. Channel that glory, okay? Do just the needful there because we have to spread the good news, right? We're not just going to be on the center or just knock it and be on it. We have to spread the good news. So be that good human. That's my philosophy. Good human, Okay. So now let's get to here. Outsmart your expenses. Christmas is fast approaching. Christmas is on the corner. Okay. Be thankful. Thanksgiving. Most often, we have all it takes to be who we want to become. Like everything, all the tools we need, most often in the basic, we have it. But sometimes, because a lot of us are so independent, that without someone, you cannot be happy. Without someone, activities, you cannot create your own activities. Without, we don't have that creation spirit, engaging spirit and all of that. We always channel in people. We always, copy, from people and all of those. Let's watch out. All it takes to be what at least the basic is in us. Even the greatest to get to attain heights is still in us. Because when we don't watch our manners, when we don't watch our approaches, for that person that will help you, before your approach, the person will pick race. The person wouldn't even, like, there wouldn't even be that love, that attraction. There wouldn't even be that, you know. So it takes your, you know, some job, some personal job to create such attraction that can attract that helper, that can attract that person, you know, you all can do things reasonable with, you know. So we have to pay attention to those, okay? Meanwhile, I started this with preaching. That does not mean we took off our prayers. So God is already here. The way we started, God is already here, you know. And Father, we acknowledge your presence to your own glory. Amen. Okay. Now, please outsmart your expenses. Onye dị ndụ jabachi ya mma, onye nwụrụ anwụ adịghị efe Chukwu. It's not all of us that started the January month that made it now. See reasons to be sufficient, to be contented, to be sufficient with what you have. And don't have this heart of, where else can I grab? Have the heart of, who is that, you know, disadvantage? Who has that? Who is that more disadvantaged than me that I can reach out? Have this heart. Is that season. God did not create you to this level for you to go and keep grabbing. He created you to make an impact somewhere. He gave you the opportunity to make an impact somewhere. Let's pay attention to certain things. Once you have these two hands, you have your mouth, you can talk. It's not free. Just like they say, heaven is free. Heaven is free, right? Yeah, is it? Heaven is free, but it's not cheap. That mouth might be given to you to bless others. Just use the mouth to bless others. Use the mouth to correct people. Use the mouth, okay, to lend your own voice. Use the mouth to speak for others. Use your mouth that when you see people are talking down or talking evil of others, speak the truth of them. It's for a reason. Let's be careful. Most often we look for, you know, the expenses of saying we don't have to do this. With the free one we have, are we using it? If we are not, let's activate it. If we don't have it, if we are not, let's activate it. If we've been doing it and stop, let's reactivate them. Let's reactivate it. Outsmart your expenses. You know, most often the world and life keep taking us for unawares. This Christmas, we all know that 25th of December 2024 is Christmas Day. It's still going to take many of us on our is it unawares, right? That's the grammar. I hope so, right? Yes. It will still be emergency to many of us. Outsmart your expenses. In America here, let me use the example. Do you know, because most often you are like, maybe Americans, they sleep and the money is falling. It's not easy anywhere. It depends on your management. It depends on your management. Okay? And being contented with what you have. You can always maximize your strength. Now, in a situation, okay, where you have things, you must outsmart your expenses. Christmas is coming. Some of us, if you know that this Christmas is gonna, like, is just remembering 25th is coming and is giving you like hard jump, pause. If what you have that very day is abacha, eat abacha, be happy. Be happy with your abacha. If what you have that day is yam, eat your yam and be happy. That's the most important part. I always say, if you all think it's about money and the excesses that keeps one and makes one happy, what's going on in entertainment industry? The Nollywoods, the Hollywoods and all of those you call your what do you call them? You know, what's going on there? So it is not. Is your reactions to it? Is your perception to those? Okay? So outsmart your expenses. If you see that those things has catapulted and then it's going to put you to, And sometimes we worry, oh, my kids will not eat rice. My dear, most often those kids don't have problem. We are the problem. We are the problem most often. If we pave things, they adjust. And we actually have to grow these kids or raise these kids in a way to adjust, okay, so that they don't get stuck in a one particular thing. Maybe a birthday for a child reached, you don't do a cake, and then your child has to send you this because excuse who says who? Says and defines who. Create your own world and live your world. Here and there you do those. In a situation where you cannot do it, accept the reality. Be happy. Use the opportunity to tell your child the world no balance. When you are informed, okay, it will be hard for things to strike, to strike and get whenever it does, it misses it because you are well informed. Okay, you can leave those. By January, things will come normal. You go buy it. And then why would you go so this for the 364 days? I mean, for one day, okay, without being intentional for the entire 364 days. Who says who? If you cannot afford the bag of rice, if you cannot afford certain things, move it to January and then enjoy, part of the rest of the year. But don't give yourself high blood pressure. Don't intentionally make yourself or press yourself, okay, in long time sadness in the name of trying to do what? Live the same way everybody. No. No. And you will still be fine. Okay? Now, another thing I'll smarten this Christmas of 18, whatever you have to buy, please ensure by now you must even have been through with your buyings. Okay? There are some stress that do not worth it. And most often, unproductive stress, they are not healthy. You can undergo many stress. You can undergo that if they are productive without harming yourself. But most often when you allow yourself to dwell so much in unproductive stress, that's where the fall of depression, mental messing, mental instability. Let's be careful. And know that it doesn't happen right away. It is accumulation. It is accumulation of it. And this is no good. Many women goes through all these ovarian cyst, problems. These are stress, and most often they are unproductive stress. They are not just regular productive normal stress. And then accumulation of it, before you know it, it develops. Let's be very careful. Any Christmas, whatever you want to, please save yourself of that. Some will say by them, the new things will come. Is mentality. People know. People know, they pinpoint you, right? What you wear that is good, let it be good. That's yesterday they were asking me, what are your favorites? And honestly, I told them most of the things, I don't have favorite in things. I go with what makes sense. I go with what works, Most often I don't do all these favorites and all of those. If pink is my favorite, if I wear pink, I don't like it, it's not my favorite. If a particular food is my favorite, I eat it, it's not my favorite. So I go with what is good. I go with what is reasonable. I go with what works. I don't cloud myself with many unnecessary stuff. No, I don't play that. And it serves me what money cannot buy. Yes. Outsmart your expenses. If you are giving people things, if you are reaching out to people, reach out to them way now. By first week, you should be done and dusted with a lot of expenses. How smart can it be, okay, that maybe a bag of gari, by November month, you can buy a bag of gari, maybe, for example, 100,000 naira, right? And then you didn't buy that. Then by second month, you are buying it 200. Are you smart? They outsmarted. Those people have got you outsmarted. They outsmart you. Okay? Take advantage. And again, some will say, because money no dey, that money wey no dey reach now, no be this remaining 3 weeks or 2 weeks, that money go dey. We didn't plan. We allow things to take us unawares. When it goes, it will come back and still take 2024, it will take us unawares. 2025, it will take us unawares. Outsmart your expenses. Somebody put on our group, say to avoid a problem, you must have given your tailor clothes. Go give your tailor clothes now, and that is true. Many of us will wait till whatever time, and by then you got in problem with them. Any clothes you don't give to them by October, please watch it out. Save yourself from necessary stress. We have some things we have control over. Okay, let's take charge of it. Outsmart your expenses. If you look, go buy things where you must have done that, but if you have not, wake up. Don't wait till 25th. I don't know if there is this something they make people that they must wait till 23rd. Please wake up. Go get things taken care of. You can spend your 2 weekends, get things taken care of, so that you don't fall into that, like people don't outsmart you. Sellers don't outsmart you. Outsmart them and forget about it. Prepare plans. With a planning, there is no height any person cannot attain, but they got to plan. Okay? The excesses, things you don't need, leave it. The ones you need, okay, you feel you need, okay, you can have them. However, all those you think you need, okay, they should have been taken care of before now. Anything you are getting to buy now, people are already messing with your hard earned. People, the sellers, they already outsmarting you. Okay? If this do not favor you now, let it favor you next time. Easter will come. Other feast will come. So just be well informed. Outsmart them. It's the same thing in this country. If you are not intentional, the way the system is designed, if you're not intentional, if the way is coming, they come, they rotate, they go back to the system. Not the way, but the way it is. If you are not careful, if you are not intentional, if you are not disciplined, it will come and rotate back to the system. And that is why many of these great entrepreneurs will tell you, that they can give you all the money. Say, give the poor everything you have, or take everything. I think the way they say that, take everything they have. They say, give them 5 years. They will still be that place they are, because they know how. They know the mathematics, the formula, how things work. Say, take off everything they have. Give them 5 years. They will get back to that. And me and you will still stay where we are, because we refuse to learn. Every year we refuse to learn. We refuse to learn from people's experience. We refuse to learn from how this thing has been working every year. And then it ends up always taking us unawares. This brings to my today's program, okay? Outsmart your expenses. Outsmart your expenses. If we are going to renovate home, you must have done it now. The home you didn't renovate before now, leave it after the feast. And all these things start from being contented, being whole, total of you. Because sometimes it's maybe what A will say and what B will say. And so what? Do I owe you? Be whole, be total, outsmart your expenses. Again, thank you all. Bravo. Our people that have gone to outreach and everything. We will follow up with our daily posts and all of those. Okay. I saw your things, the things you talked about, ChrisLuchy community. Okay. By the grace of God and to God's glory, we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to do our quota and all of that. Okay. It's not an easy thing, but we'll continue to do that, knowing that, yes, indeed, those programs are giving life a meaning. Okay. We'll stick to that. We'll continue to do that. From me to you all, I will say, have a very wonderful week ahead and make it an intentional week. to enable it be a productive week for you and your family. Okay. Thank you all, and you all have a blessed week.